Oh, if you're on the lookout for a tiny vape kit that comes with a pod where you can use your favorite e-juice, well then look no further than the Suorin Drop. So the beauty of this drop is not only can you do your mouth to lungs, but you can also do a nice comfortable lung hit. First things first for this device, I'm going to go ahead and take a mouth to lung. Now when you take a mouth to lung, if you tilt it down, you're going to get a more authentic mouth to lung. If you tilt it facing right directly at you, you're going to get a more open mouth to lung. But in mouth to lung mode, personally, I prefer to tilt it down. Let me show you. Now, if I want to do a lung hit, I'm going to tilt it straight at me because it's going to open up that hole more. Now, I'm going to try to do a mouth to lung with it directly straight at me. And all this is going to be subjective. Everybody's anatomy, everybody's body's different. But for me, if I tilt it directly at me versus tilting it down when I'm doing a mouth to lung, it's more loose. Personally, I prefer lung hit mode for this. Oh yeah, look at the vapor production. And the juice that I'm rocking is just a regular old 12 milligram juice, no nicotine salts. And it's kicking it, baby. Actually, in lung hit mode, this thing hits a lot harder than mouth to lung. Again, obviously that depends on the person. Now, if I had to compare the draw off this to the Juul or to the SMPO or to the Fix, I would say this is looser in the mouth to lung mode and more open in lung hit mode. Because you could do lung hits for the Juul. It's just going to be a lot tighter. But the mouth to lung hit for the Juul, for example, is a lot tighter than this. Well, I notice it. It's definitely noticeably tighter than this. Unless you tilt it a little bit more for this device. But to me, it's still a little bit more open than the Juul or the Fix or the SMPO. So yeah, once again, I dig the fact that you could do mouth to lungs off this. I dig the fact that you could do lung hits off this. I dig the fact that you could pop your favorite juices in there. If you want to pop nicotine salts in there, you could do it. If you want to pop just regular old nicotine juices, you could do it. So as you guys can see, you get this clearish black tank at the top, and that's press fitted. Magnetically press fitted. You pull that sucker out like so, and here's the deal, okay? When you pull it out, it turns it off. Once you pop it in there, it activates it and turns it back on. So there's no fire button. There's no on or off switch. It activates once you pop the tank in there. And all you gotta do is just pull, and it's an automatic switch just like the Juul, just like the SMPO, just like the Fix. So yeah, the tank is made of plastic and the body of this device is made of zinc alloy, and I tell you what, it's pretty damn hefty for its size. When I first got this, I was like, oh man, this thing's gonna be light, it's gonna feel cheap. No, this thing feels a good quality. Looks like a huge guitar pick, doesn't it? At the bottom, you got your USB port. It comes with a USB cable, which I'm gonna show you in the close-ups. You plug it up, it charges up. The battery that's in here is a 310 milliamp hour battery. Battery life I get off this, it's phenomenal. At first, I didn't think it was gonna be that good. I could go easily 4, 5, 6 hours with this thing, depending on how I vape. But again, all that's going to be subjective. If you're going to be chain vaping and chain vaping and chain vaping, it's going to go a lot faster. This Mamma Jamma comes in 5 different color options. You got red, as you guys can see. You can choose yellow, you can choose blue, you can choose black, you can choose gunmetal. The red, the yellow, the blue, and the black have this like rubbery finish, and just the way it feels good. Like I said, it feels hefty, it feels a good quality, but it's light at the same time, and it's pocket friendly. It's just a stealthy ass device that gets the job done, depending on the juice you pop in here. How much you want to make a bet that I can fog the whole screen up from here with this little bitty device before I take you guys down to close-ups? Watch this. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So here's the packaging the Suorin Drop comes in. And of course, inside that packaging, you're going to receive your Suorin Drop. Comes with this USB cable for charging. Comes with this caution card, a certificate of authenticity, and last but not least, you receive your Suorin Drop user manual. So just to give you guys a size comparison, here's an 18650 on my right, and here's the Suorin Drop, and it's about the same length, but obviously wider than the 18650. But I just wanted to give you guys a size comparison, so here you go. Alrighty, so a little tour of the Suorin Drop. So you got your tank section up top, and then you got the body down here. This is nothing. This is just a logo button, okay? At the bottom, you got your USB port for charging. On the back, it's pretty much, you know, it says Suorin down here. You take the tank off, all you gotta do, it's magnetic, you just pull this sucker off. Ooh, it's strong magnets too. Okay, when you pull it off, you're gonna see this blue blinking light. That means this sucker's fully charged. If it were a red blinking light, that means you need to charge this bad boy up. But as you guys can see, you got your connections down there, you got your lights on each side, which they just lit up. And then look at this. At the bottom, it should say remove, this little sticker, but it says take away. You just pull this sucker off. So this part right here makes a connection with this part down here, okay? And you got these little rubber tabs. And you pull these rubber tabs up to fill her up. And if you guys could see there, you got your cotton. And there's your coil in the center. You see that? You got your little micro coil in the center, and then you got your cotton that's running through the coil. So your juice is going to be sitting in here all around that cotton. These little wick tails on the end are going to be soaking up that juice. It's going to go to the coil, and you're going to get your vapor and your nicotine. But yeah, all you got to do is pull these tabs up. So you got one tab on one side, one fill slot on one side, one fill slot on the other, 2 fill slots. Leave them open when you fill this sucker up. You don't want to close up one of those slots and leave one of them open. Air's got to escape when you're filling this bad boy up. It makes it a lot easier to fill the tank up. So leave them both open when you're filling them up. Nipple drops are the easiest to use for these type of devices in my opinion, because it just makes it easier to fill it up. You can just squirt her in there. 2 mils of e-liquid. Seal those rubber seals up. And once you pop the pod in here, it's going to activate the mod. Once the connection from the pod hits the connection with the mod, this bad boy's on and ready to go. When you take a hit, you're going to notice you're going to see a blue light on each side. That means this sucker's fully charged. But yeah, once you pop the pod in here, let this thing sit for 10 minutes upright. 10 minutes should do her. You want that juice to soak up that wick into that coil. If you don't let it sit for 10 minutes and you fill this sucker up and pop her in here and go right from the get-go, you're going to burn the pod out. It's going to ruin it. It's got to sit for 10 minutes, guys. So let her sit, relax, be patient, and then you can vape away and get your nicotine fix. And just like I mentioned earlier, you got color options: yellow, red, blue, black, and gunmetal. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but this sucker right here has got a rubbery finish. The blue one does as well. The black one has a reflective finish. Now, I mentioned in FaceTime it's got a rubbery finish. No, it's got a reflective finish, as you guys can see. Now, look at this. Because it's got a reflective finish, it is going to be a fingerprint magnet. That's just something to point out. And here's the gunmetal. Also has that reflective finish, but look at it. It is a fingerprint magnet as well. But at least they give you the rubbery finish options. I wish they came out with a black one that had the rubbery finish. The only thing that would have made this kit better is if it came with an extra pod. But I will state this pod that it came with, man, it's lasted me at least 5 refills. And the flavor's still good. And it's still hitting like a truck full of dildos, obviously depending on the juice that I pop in here. But with this 12 milligrams just regular nicotine strength juice, it's kicking my ass. So a message to the guys that made this bad boy: you guys should include an extra pod with this kit. Do it! But I will state you can buy these pods obviously separately, and they're about $4. I'll post links down in the description of the sites that I know of that are credible that are selling these pods right now. Now, as far as price point for this whole kit, $35, and it's from the same site that's selling the pods separately. $35. Now on to the big question, the big answer today: which vapor out there is going to benefit from this the most? This is for the vapor looking for something that's really stealthy, that comes with a pod system, automatic switch where you can use your favorite juice, a kit where you can not only take your mouth lung hits, but you can do your comfortable lung hits too, surprisingly. You looking for that and all the other stuff I mentioned? Well, then get this puppy chucker. It's for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, liked it, found it entertaining and helpful. If you did like this video, well, then hit that like button. Let me know that you care and share it for all your friends to see. And if you want to see more of me, then subscribe for more. This is Riff Trippers, and remember, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, and the future is now.